And President Biden is set to deliver a major speech today on voting rights. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Joe St. George joins us live now from the nation's capital with an in-depth look at how the voting laws may be impacted right here in Texas. Joe, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's start off with you, I guess, just telling us about the president's speech today in Georgia and what his goal is.
Well, yeah, this is going to be, as you said there at the top, a big speech. The president speaks every day, but some addresses are bigger than others. This is really going to be the follow-up speech to his January 6th address, which he delivered at the Capitol. That was a speech that was a bit more forceful, and I think a lot of people expected going into it. The president's going to say that this is a real turning point, an inflection point for democracy. Lawmakers will have a choice to make. What does the president want? What do Democrats want? Well, they want new nationwide standards for voting. They don't like the idea that in Texas, Texans vote one way and have to follow certain rules. Meanwhile, in another state, it's completely different how you vote. For instance, in Colorado, every voter gets mailed to them the ballot at the beginning of the election. You don't have to request it. You don't need a reason to request it. That's an example of how voting laws are different from state to state. Democrats want more uniformity. The president choosing Georgia because of voter restrictions that have passed there in recent months. There were 94 ballot drop boxes in the four most populated counties around Atlanta in the 2020 election. That's down to 23 in future elections. Texas certainly has seen similar voter restrictions become law and signed by Governor Abbott in recent months. So what the president wants, he wants some uniformity, he wants some new standards, but I got to be honest with you, there's a reason that the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, the Freedom to Vote Act, there's a reason that they haven't become law yet. The president has lacked the votes to do so all year long. It's hard to see what one more speech on this topic is going to do to change the minds of senators. 60 votes are needed to break the filibuster currently in the Senate. He doesn't have that. The president will call on changing the Senate rules today, making fewer senators needed to pass voting legislation. But currently he doesn't have the votes to do that either. So we shall see what actually comes out of the president's speech today.
Right. It's not looking too good. This doesn't seem too doable, at least not in the near future. You touched on Texas. Can you focus in on how Texas voting laws might be impacted should this continue and should this take effect eventually?
Yeah. And one more quick note on just the frustration that's building. Obviously, Republicans in Texas, they say they're not doing this to restrict voting. They're doing this to secure elections. Progressives, though, are frustrated, too, with President Biden. In fact, progressives in Georgia today are going to be protesting the president's speech. The NAACP has said the last thing we need is another speech. He wants more action from the president. For the time being, all we're going to get is a speech today. You asked about Texas. There are portions of what the Democrats have proposed here in Congress that would impact Texas in the sense that the Department of Justice would have more authority again to review changes in election laws, perhaps override or say no to certain laws. That's one provision that Democrats would like included. But again, hard to see any of this passing unless there's a major change of heart from a few moderate Democratic senators when it comes to changing the Senate rules. So far, they've been reluctant to do so.
Well, it's a wait and see, Joe. Thank you so much for your insight from Washington. We'll see you again next week.